right, welcome back to Top 5 Vinyl, where we show love to vinyl owners. Today I'm here with Mo. How's it going, Mo?
Going good. How about you?
Not too bad, not too bad. First and foremost, thanks for joining me on this journey. Um, and when I found you, it was on Instagram. Can you let the people know how they can find you on Instagram?
You can find me on Behind the Groove 24. I do spins. I also make my own videos. Um yeah, pretty much it. Just appreciation for music and just giving my flowers to some of the artists that don't
Right.
get their flowers
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I.
That's
So.
awesome. Okay, okay, cool. Before we officially get started, I want everybody to like the channel, subscribe, all that fun stuff you guys gotta do on YouTube land out there. With that being said, Mo, let's hit the rewind button.
All right.
Growing up, was there a record player in the house?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes, there was. And
okay.
it was used almost every day,
Mm,
preferably on a Saturday.
mm,
For sure. During cleanups, we had that record player going, the
right, right.
stereo, from cassettes, CDs to vinyl. It didn't
Mm,
matter.
mm. Now, who was the primary listener? Mom, dad? How'd that work?
I would say my dad. My
Mm,
mom, she listened. She was I wouldn't call her a music
okay.
head. My dad was really into, like, you know what I'm saying, the horns, the arrangements,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, the artists and everything. My mom just went along with it, in my opinion.
Okay, okay. And can you remember like who was your dad listening to back in the day?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mm, mm,
Earth,
okay.
Wind, and Fire.
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
I believe, and I give him all the credit for my music, for me loving music the way that I do now. It was because of him.
Mm,
Because had I went into the direction with my mom, I don't know.
yeah, that's cool. That's a nice memory for you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, can you tell me if you have a favorite record store that you've been to? Like, is there a favorite place that you buy records from?
Well, I can't. Hmm, record store? No.
Mm,
Because like when I first started out, it was more as online buying.
right, right.
And me living in Macon, well, a little bit outside of Macon, I found out not too long ago, like a couple of years ago, that we had a record store. And I was just
Mm,
like, wait a minute.
right.
I've never been to a record store like that. So let me just, and I just love the vibes,
Mm,
when I went. So I would say that's my favorite record store to go to,
okay,
being that
okay.
that's the only record store I've
Right,
been to.
right. Okay,
So yeah, shout out to Fresh Produce.
okay. That's a cool name. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Well, being that that's your go-to spot, can you remember like the most amount of vinyl records that you walked out with at one visit?
Oh my God. It was a lot.
Really?
It was a lot. I would say, whew, let me see. For me, a lot was like 5 records.
Mm,
I have
mm,
5 records. At first, it started out as 10.
mm,
Had to narrow it down
mm,
to 5.
mm.
So yeah, 5 would be my most, you know what I'm saying, for a
Right.
visit,
Okay.
on a good visit at that.
That's a good number. Okay. I like five. We like five here. That's a good number. Okay.
Okay, see, that's right.
All right. Let me ask you this. How hard was it for you to narrow down the five you're going to share today?
It was very hard. It
Mm,
was very.
mm,
You're talking about my 5 for today?
mm-hmm,
It was very, very hard, to the
mm.
point where I was calling up my one of my closest in the vinyl community. I'm like, hey, look, I gotta have 5 records. Every record that I have is my favorite, but
Ha,
is this one good? Is this one good?
right.
And I like, at first I had a certain amount of 5, and I was just like, you know what? Nah, let me go to this side. And
Mm,
so,
mm.
yeah, it took me a minute, but I think I got it together.
All right, cool. And let me ask you this one more question. Have you seen any of your top five perform live before?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Hmm.
Yes. How could I forget?
Okay.
Yes,
When
I
we
do.
get there, you'll have to remind me.
Okay, I
All
sure
right.
will. I
Okay.
have to. Anytime it comes to that,
Yeah.
I have to let it be known.
All right. Cool. Cool. And with that being said, Mo, this is top five vinyl. Can you share the number five, the fifth album that you have in front of you right now?
All right, then we're gonna go with George Benson. Give
Mm,
me the night.
mm,
One of my favorite, like I said, I have to go to my dad. My dad is the one that introduced me to George Benson.
mm,
And at first, as a kid, the instrumentals I didn't agree with them. I'm like, dude, can we get some songs with some words?
all right.
Please. And he broke out with this Give Me the Night. And I'm just like, I'm grooving to it as
Mm-hmm,
a youngin' and been hooked ever since. And
mm-hmm,
mind you, like every song is a jam.
mm-hmm,
I love non-skip albums, and
mm-hmm,
this one right here is a non-skip album in my opinion.
mm-hmm. Is there any artwork
Yes.
on the back of that one right there? I can't remember. Ah, okay. All right, cool. It's a nice picture. Okay. All right, cool. That's your number five. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number four.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Stevie Wonder in
Mm,
Square Circle.
mm,
I feel like this album is so underrated because everybody, and this is no judgment or nothing like that, because all of Stevie Wonder's albums to me are my favorite.
mm,
But I feel like this album kind of don't get a lot of credit because it
mm,
has so many jams on here, from I Love You Too Much, Whereabouts, Stranger on the Shore, you know what I'm saying, to of course Overjoyed is one of my favorites.
mm.
So yeah, this is the ultimate played in my household.
Okay. Now, this wouldn't happen to be one person you saw live.
No.
Okay.
You know what? And he was on tour last year, and I was so determined to
Mm,
just go, but unfortunately, I couldn't.
right,
But
right.
I hope he tours again. I cross my fingers because
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Stevie in
Yeah.
person.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Mm-hmm.
it's a treat.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's your number four. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number three.
Now, um, this right here is one of my favorite singers. Like, I put her up there with Whitney Houston. I put her
Mm,
up there with Phyllis Hyman. Her name is Renee Gayer. She's an Australian singer. Um, beautiful voice. If you haven't heard of her, please check her out. She's on her music is streaming, but it's not
mm,
cuts like this. So
right.
you have to go to YouTube to find those gems. I discovered this lady, I want to say 3 years ago.
Mm,
And I have YouTube music as
mm,
my streaming services. And when you be on autoplay, it just plays
mm,
anything.
mm,
So I stumbled on a song called Headed in the Right Direction, which is one of her signature songs. And I'm just listening to it. I'm just like, who is?
mm.
And I was just like, she white?
Right.
When I tell you this woman can sing, this woman can throw down. So
Mm,
please check her out. Her name
mm,
is Renee Gayer.
mm,
And I will say all of her songs on here is you can play that thing all the way through
mm.
and you won't be disappointed. I promise you.
Now the photo, nice photo in the front. It looks like it may have come out in the 80s sometimes. Does that have a date in the back to tell?
1977.
Okay, okay. Nice.
1977. Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and in the back you
Mm-hmm.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
this lady right here, I promise you won't be disappointed, friend. I promise.
All right, cool. Def
Anybody who knows me knows that this lady right here is one of my favorites.
mm, that's a good promotion. I'm gonna check her out for sure. Okay.
Please do.
Absolutely. All right, cool. That was your number three. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number two.
Well, Gotta go with this one.
Mm.
Gotta go with Off the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Some people go with Thriller. Okay, I got you. Thriller is great. Thriller is great. I get it.
Right.
But this album right here, amazing from top to bottom. Um, and my thing is, it's not the singles that's my favorite.
Mm.
My favorite is Get on the Floor.
Mm.
I can't help it, Girlfriend. I mean, this right here is his coming out album.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
off
Mm.
the wall for sure. And
That's
no, I
funny.
haven't seen him live. I wish I did. I saw him
Okay.
live in my living room on
Mm.
TV though.
Ha, you funny. And I noticed that picture behind you. Is that Mike behind you?
Of course.
There he
Of
is.
course.
Okay, okay.
Yes, indeed.
You official. This is no joke. Okay. All right, cool. So we've seen your five, four, three, and two. Mo, for the grand finale. What do we have for number one?
We have Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit.
Mm.
When I tell you this album right here is very special to me because I'll never forget my my mom and actually my dad was telling me and my brother like, "Hey, y'all got to go to Camelot Music at the mall." We called and they have this album that well, at the time it was a CD.
Mm-hmm.
But please go get it. They got it at the register
Mm.
or whatever. So I'm just like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I'm probably like 7.
Mm.
And when they played the album, I'm just like, I'm digging it, I'm digging it, I'm
Mm.
digging it. And then once it got to Burning Bush, I
Mm.
was sold. And
Mm.
that's the last cut on the album.
Mm.
It's this album right here is such a spiritual album, and it takes me back to it just takes me back to my childhood for
Mm.
real.
Mm.
Um, it has so many imagination. That's one of my favorites. People's go-to ballads for Earth, Wind, and
Mm.
Fire is like what is it? Reasons?
Mm.
No, imagination. I feel like Philip Bailey's vocals was just it was
Mm.
just it was right.
Mm. Mm.
So this right here is my top one
Ha.
favorite album for
Okay.
sure.
Nice.
And of course, I got them on my wall as well.
I see that. Yep. I see that.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
actually saw these,
Ah.
my musical heroes
Mm.
in person live. I think I was second, like 2 rows from the stage or
Mm.
whatever. So this, like, I can't, and I still can't believe that I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire in person. For
That's awesome.
real.
That's a what
Yeah.
was it, where was the concert located? You remember?
It was in Macon.
Okay.
It was in Macon.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll never forget. Like I love going to concerts, but I haven't been to a lot of them. But this one was truly special. I went by myself.
Mm.
Um, because nobody that's friends with me like locally,
Mm-hmm.
they're not into music the way I am. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not into music the way that I am, we're not gonna work at no concert.
Right,
We're
right.
not. We're, so I'll never forget. We're sitting there, it's jet black, and then the pyramids on the screen come on, and I'm
Mm.
like, oh my God, here they
Mm.
come.
Mm.
And when I tell you I'm not a screamer, but I
Ha.
screamed that night, I
Mm.
promise you. And I'll never forget. And this is a true story.
Mm.
They were singing Reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and Philip Bailey came to my like. It was like everybody around me was sitting down, but I'm the only one standing up because I'm
Mm.
that much of a fan, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Philip Bailey is singing, and he looks at me and he winks his eye, and I'm just like, me?
That's funny. Oh man.
Yeah, so I'll never forget. That's like one
Mm.
of my favorite concerts that I went to.
Mm.
Hopefully, I can see them again.
Mm. Mm.
But yeah,
That's awesome. That's a good
definitely.
story.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, Mo, can you tell the people one more time where they can find you on Instagram?
You can find me at Behind the Groove 24.
Nice. Cool, cool. Well, one more time, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this with me.
Thank
And
you.
absolutely, we'll talk soon.
Okay.
All right, have
Nice
a good
meeting
one.
you. Thank you.
You
You
too.
too.